Dave, thank you very much. Commitment 2022 now. A former Guilford County Sheriff's deputy wants Triad voters to send him to Congress. Jerry Austin is one of 7 candidates running in next month's Republican primary for our new 6th congressional district. It's made up of Guilford, Rockingham, Caswell, and part of Forsyth County under this newly approved map. WXI 12's Bill O'Neill continues our commitment coverage.
Jerry Austin comes into this race without any political experience, but says his experience in law enforcement makes him the best candidate for the job. And why are you running?
If you know anything about veterans and police officers, we don't wait for other people to fix problems. We are the problem fixers. And that's why I'm stepping up to do this.
What makes you think that you qualify, that you have what it takes to be a good congressperson?
The ability to discern decisions that need to be made. And that's what you need in Congress, is people who can identify what the problems are and be problem solvers, not problem makers.
Austin says one of the problems in Congress is the leadership of his own party.
Like I say, the Mitch McConnells or the Mitt Romneys or the other rhinos there in Washington, D.C. who are not representing the values of true conservatives in North Carolina.
Recent report finds that more than 50 of the top corporations in this country made billions of dollars in profit and didn't pay a dime in federal taxes. What are your thoughts on that?
It certainly seems unfair, but I do also want to look on the other side of that. The other side of that is, how many jobs do they create? How much tax revenue is created through those jobs?
There is efforts in many states to legalize marijuana. I'm wondering what you think of making that a federal option, legalizing marijuana in the United States.
I'm not opposed to it, believe it or not, even though I'm a conservative and I don't want to partake in it. If we can regulate alcohol and tobacco, why can't we regulate marijuana? Put a tax stamp on it, make some income off of it.
Like most Republicans, Austin says he's pro-life, pro-gun, and anti-critical race theory. He says if elected, he'd introduce legislation to ban federal funds from any school using CRT.
CRT is an abomination against God. It teaches that some people have an advantage that other people don't have. It also teaches that you can't succeed because of how you were made by God. I'm sorry, but that's wrong. We are equal.
Austin's campaign website describes his background as a blue-collar worker, asking voters, quote, "Do you want someone who understands the struggle or someone who looks down their nose upon you?" A reference to incumbent Democrat Kathy Manning. You believe she's looking down her nose at the constituents here, and I'm wondering what you base that on.
Harvard educated, Michigan Law School, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me see, her husband's a millionaire, am I correct?
Austin says the point he's trying to make is that Democrats like Manning don't really care about people. The primary is next month, May 17th. Bill O'Neill, WXII 12 News.